your first lesson. Today we'll be looking at the study of geometry, which is basically working around and trying to see how we interact with them in our world. You would find shapes everywhere around you. Again, you would find shapes everywhere around you. The door, the TV you watch, the computer screen you're looking at, your books, your biros. They're all shapes basically. And so let's start from the very beginning. So we had man. He came into the world created by God, evolution theory. I personally believe it was created by God anyway. And so we have man created by God, and then he finds himself in our world, and he finds all of these objects. He finds stone, finds trees, finds chicken. He finds a cliff, right? He finds waterfalls and so on and so forth. And he begins to interact all of these things, and he's wondering, okay, are there distinct properties to each of any of the shapes? Are they, anything that's measurable, anything that I use to, I don't know, create something else. And so he begins to wander along this line, and he wants to begin to classify these things into all of these things into categories, right? So geometry is studying these shapes that you find around you. I'm sure you already know, if you by now, you know the angle, triangle, square, cylinder. You should be able to place a few of them. So this course is supposed to help us do that at a bigger scale, right? So we'll learn more about shapes and we'll learn about the properties. So we began to classify shapes mainly into two parts. And we have the flat shapes on one end and the solid shapes on the other end. The triangle and a cuboid or a rectangular prism, as you would learn to call it as we go along the course. Rectangular base prism, as you would learn to call it. So let's use this to talk about it. Of course, from the name, you could already figure out that flat shapes would mean shapes that are flat, and solid shapes would mean shapes that are solid. But let's explore them in detail. So flat shapes, they exist in 2 dimensions. What that means is that, okay, let's do a detour here and talk a bit about dimensions. A dimension tells you about the middle, right? How many directions can this property be? So let's say we have here. That's because along the line. So you want to find any position on this line along the line to find it. Then there's 2 dimensions. 2 dimensions only can I measure along this line. I can measure along this line, right? So now you could say only length, height, or some people only breadth. I think we'll do width for this course. Okay, so not only do I have a length, I have breadth or width. So let me change it. And now I can find position here, I can find the position here, I can find the position here, because this position is measurable along the length and the width. When I had one dimension, I only find the position on the line of the length. And then we'll talk about what it means to 2 dimensions in a bit. But basically, that's 2 dimensions. So this triangle here has 2 dimensions. It has a length, you would say. So you could measure. You measure it. You could also measure it. You could also measure along the. So 2-dimensional shapes. Flat shapes are 2-dimensional shapes. Next, the area perimeter. You learn about this over and over as you go to the course. You already know it. It speaks about the distance around the shape, right? The round shapes. So, say I want to walk around this flat shape. Now I'll be dealing with the meter. But area, on the other hand, speaks about how space do I have. How flat shape has space on it. Space on it. I said that's the area. So anything you can place something is a flat shape. So it could be the surface of the table, surface of a drawing. You can see that the surface of the door, television, laptop screen you're using, anything that's flat, you can just tap on the book or anything like that, and you tell that, oh, okay, it has space on it, so it's a flat shape, it's a surface. Finally, flat shapes are also called 2D or plane shapes. That's two-dimensional or plane shapes. Plane means it's flat, right? And two-dimension, the name because of it has 2 dimensions, so it's called 2D. Examples are triangles, rectangles, your parallelograms. There are a lot more. We'll learn, so much more about this as we go along. Solid shapes, on the other hand, they exist in 3 dimensions. So let's back up on our discussion on dimensions. We said that 1 dimension that you could make in a particular area. So the one would mean it has a length. You could length at every point. 2 dimension means you can measure along 2 directions. So let me use this here to represent the weight. So basically, we said this shape it has 2-dimensional quantities. Hold up. What if I add a 3rd dimension? What if I measure its depth now? So that means that so it might be a bit difficult to see, but if you look properly, so basically now I have shape. I can put something in the shape. It's gone from, I need to rewind it and watch again. I have space. It's gone from just being a solid or is a 3-dimensional shape. Solid shapes are also called 3-dimensional shapes because it has 3 dimensions. We have width and have right. We have the length and it. Next, it has surface area and volume properties. So surface area speaks of the area of all the surfaces. If you look again closely, you would find out that this volume or this 3-dimensional shape is there side by 2-dimensional shapes. If you look carefully, so it has all of this indicator. So the surface area is the coin that of shapes, the surface area. While volume speaks about the space in the shape, right? So how much can it contain in it? So such has space in it. Examples are stairs, pyramids, praise cones, and so on and so forth. So we have the earth. The earth is the cube. This is a football is always fair. I know a lot of people say circular, but circles refer to flat shape. The one we have here, right? This is a circle, but this a ball, all kinds of balls. The wall is spherical, and this is a cylinder right? Space on spot. So that covers the course. I hope you had a good time and you understood. If you have any other questions, please you can ask your teacher or leave a message in the discussion of the module, and then someone will respond. So thank you very much. You might want to watch this again also because there's a right after this. Bye.